to the republic for which it stands.
One nation, under God.
Indivisible.
With liberty and justice for all.
Guns, self-defense, concealed carry. This is the Patriot Defense Podcast. From the war room in Idaho's high desert, here's your host, Todd Echols.
Here we are, tucked away in the war room, somewhere in the high desert of southern Idaho. I've got Dean's here, Mark is here. The whole gang is together again. Episode 3.
Wait, 4. No.
Are we
34.
34, yes.
Episode 34.
Are we still the Three Amigos, or are we like the Three Stooges now?
We're the last couple of episodes, I think we've been to Three Stooges.
Depending on how many Percocets I take, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Anyway.
So, Dean,
Yeah.
what did you do this week?
More
Involved firearms, anything.
More thumb sucking and fetal position.
You live an exciting life.
Oh, certainly do, yeah. 10 more days till the surgery.
Till the surgery.
Get your camera fired up. We're going.
Get my camera.
Right?
So I was looking at these little tiny GoPro cameras today. I'm thinking we need to send it in undercover.
How little are they?
They're like an inch by an inch cube.
Really?
Yeah.
How long can they record for?
Like 2 hours.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. Okay. Anyway.
So we'll have to figure out how to smuggle that in. We'll get like a live Facebook feed or something going.
Right?
That'll be sweet.
We'll all sit on my face together or something.
There you go.
You can keister it, I guess.
Carry it.
You know what? If you're going to do that, then you can just keep the freaking camera.
Oh, gosh.
So, okay, don't get Dean fired.
Oh,
He's already getting fired up. I can see the sweat forming on his freaking brow.
It's coming. He's trying to hold back.
It's good. It's good. Okay.
Okay.
Fast.
He suppressed it.
I suppressed it. Yeah, I brought us a bag of dicks here to inspire us today.
There we go. Okay, Mark, what did you do this week?
Not much.
Not much.
I did get I got a hold of this Smith & Wesson rep to get a couple parts for a couple shields that had some issues.
Right.
What kind of issues is Shields having?
Well, the one, just the spring, the recoil spring on the slide was just bent, so it would stick. Every time you'd rack the slide back, the spring would stick.
Huh.
So he's just going to send me a new one of those. That probably was just,
That's just a freak of nature.
yeah,
Just a bad spring come off the line or something.
Yeah. The other one is actually one of the guns that I purchased from the Armor's deal.
Right.
One of the shields. I already have a shield. So this is one that I've never, I never even took it out, never shot it, nothing.
You're right.
Finally go to get it out and go to shoot it. And, I put a round in the chamber and it won't go into battery at all.
What the
I'm
heck?
smacking the back of the slide trying to get it to go in. Won't go. It's like about 1/8 of an inch out of battery.
Ooh, good thing it won't fire.
No, it won't fire. No.
That's
So that's a good thing. But, I called the rep and, we talked a little bit, sent him some information, and he's actually going to check it out. I don't know if I'm going to send it to him or if he's going to come and check it out, but I think, and he thinks that they didn't ream the chamber out far enough.
Oh, okay.
So, and he really wants to check it out, because if that's
caliber is it?
Big safety.
9mm.
It's 9.
Yeah, and then if that's happened, they want to check the serial numbers, make sure they don't have to have or do any recalls, because if they've had any other ones like that,
Right.
because they label their guns as far as where they come off the assembly line, and
They've actually got the little barcodes on.
Yeah, they've got little dimples and whatnot, so they can tell
Yeah.
what machine it came from
Yeah.
and everything. So they know if there's any quality issues, they know right which machine to go to.
Well, that's cool. Well, at least they're going to take care of it.
Yeah, and like I said, I've
You've
never
had
even
that
fired
thing
it.
like a year.
Yeah. Yeah, I've never even fired it because I never really needed
Right.
to. I have the other shield, and
Well, this brings up something, a good point. What do you carry? What's your most...
the one I carry the
You carry
most
the
is
most.
the shield.
A shield? A 9?
Yeah.
A little one?
Well,
They're all little?
yeah.
I don't know.
I do carry a Glock 19 from time to time, just
Uh-huh.
depending on the weather and how much clothes I'm wearing. And summertime t-shirts, it's the shield, just because it's so easy to conceal.
And it's little.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So-
Okay.
And so, Dean,
yeah.
we're going to go around the room. What do you carry?
Well, it depends on what I'm doing. So, in most of the time, I'm carrying a Smith & Wesson J-frame in 32 H&R mag. Which totally goes against my theory that you have to carry
the biggest
the biggest caliber you can.
Well, it should be the biggest caliber you're comfortable shooting.
yeah.
Dean, maybe that's all you're comfortable shooting.
Well, so that's what I carry when I'm. It's in my motorcycle vest.
That's his Sons of Anarchy. That's what he carries when he carries that when he's riding his motorcycle.
Right. But in my motorcycle jacket, the long sleeve jacket, then I've got my Glock Model 30.
Oh, okay.
And then when I go to church, I just have a bag. Oh wait, I'm not supposed to carry at church, but I do anyway. So my church rig, I carry Smith & Wesson Model 29 4-inch barrel.
Man, you're like all over the place.
Yeah, I know, serious. But it makes it easy because all I do is I just put on this coat depending on where I'm going. I know, I got it.
That brings up something that I totally forgot about. We had some people show up one day. And that was, I don't know, 6, 7 of them. And they were going to buy their pastor a gun.
The pastor?
Yeah.
Oh, the pastor.
Pastor, sorry. Yeah.
Not farmers.
Not farmers, yeah. No.
Church
you want to buy
sorry,
a local farmer a firearm.
Yeah, like Southern Idaho draw, I don't, yeah. Anyway, no, they were going to buy him a firearm for their church. So during the sermons, if some crazy walks in there, which has happened.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe not in Idaho, but other places.
Right.
Well, that's a good idea.
That's cool.
Yeah.
What did they end up getting him?
Well, because of the laws of buying firearms, they ended up getting him they got him a gift certificate to get one. So.
Okay, so he come down and choose what he wanted.
Right.
Well, again, it's kind of a personal thing anyhow. Maybe he has a preference or maybe something doesn't, feel right to him.
Mm-hmm.
That they might get maybe, who knows.
Yeah.
Well, I actually got contacted by a I promise I wouldn't say who it was, but it's a church and a school and stuff, and they actually want to be able to carry it to church school, and so they're gonna come in a few months, and they have a qualification thing that they're gonna shoot each person, and I'm gonna actually watch them, help them do it safely.
So their school board
give out some pointers
and said they could carry if they come and see you.
They've come to agreement,
qualified.
and so what they want to do. Well, they didn't say they have to come see me. But they wanted to do this and have an instructor sign off on it and, time it and the whole thing. So I get to be involved in that. I'm looking forward to that. It'll be kind of fun.
That's really cool.
The only part of it is I have to look into a little bit, is they're going to have some, draw the gun and fire it. And I don't necessarily know these guys, and I don't know how competent they are. And so I'm going to probably, discuss with them. Maybe we need to have a little, give me like a half an hour at the beginning. We had to go over some safety issues here. I don't know.
Do you know how many people they want?
About 12.
Oh, that's manageable.
Right.
That's a pretty good number.
And they'd be running through, one at a time.
No, I mean, I'm not for necessarily training purposes, but at the school. Having 12. I
don't know if they're all going to be there at the same time, but you get 12 people there, someone's going to be there.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. And they're not the first group. I mean, they're the first one I'm going to actually have to sign off on, but they're not the first church group that's come to me and taken a class.
Church/school.
Church/school. And right now it seems like they're the only schools that are doing something because they're more of a, private
they're
type
private,
of school.
So they can, yeah.
Right.
They don't have to be PC.
But they're still going through all the right steps and doing the school board thing, and they're being responsible about it, which is pretty cool because they, that's
they're getting educated. They're getting training.
Yeah.
They're doing it right.
So I'm looking forward to that. That'll be a fun class.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Sweet.
So now I'm feeling left out. Who's going to ask me what I carry?
Oh, Todd, what do you carry the most?
My HK VP9.
Oh, really?
And
who'd have thunk?
Yeah, I know. Huh. And then when I go to church, I carry the Smith & Wesson Shield 45.
Do you really?
I do.
You carry a 45, Todd?
On Sundays.
I just filled my drawers with purple Twinkies. Oh my gosh, Todd carries a 45.
Only the best for the Lord.
Oh my gosh.
Well, you know what? I have to carry that to church.
Yeah, why is that? Why?
Because that round was handcrafted by God Himself.
Exactly. On the 8th day, He created the 45.
It would be an offense.
Handed it down to Adam, and Adam said, "I know the perfect gun for this. I am going to forge a 1911 to fit around this."
So it'd be an offense for me to carry a 9 to church, right?
Absolutely. Anything smaller than 44 is just blasphemy.
Well,
Church.
9 in German means no, so
Oh,
you know.
true. Yeah, true.
I don't know where I'm going with that. I'm just throwing that out there.
You dirty Lutheran.
Yeah, I had something. I don't know.
So that's what I carry.
Do you do? How do you carry at church?
At church, I carry. I use like a belly band type deal.
Uh-huh.
Because I'm able to tuck my shirt in and it's more comfortable. And I carry, the position I carry is going to be probably, be considered appendix carry.
And do you wear a
with
jacket?
the belly band, but it's up a little higher. I don't wear a jacket to church. I need to go out. So I bought this $100 suit, $100+ suit, and then I lost a bunch of weight and it doesn't fit me anymore. So I just wear a white shirt and tie and call it good.
And that belly band conceals that little shield
Oh, yeah.
enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
See, I'm such a man of girth that I can't wear any of my holsters and have it. All my clothes are too small now.
Right.
That's why I carry at church. I carry in a bag, and I have it constantly with me. It's like a man purse, a briefcase.
Well, you're not working on your summer body?
Not yet.
Your beach body?
Not yet. Oh shit, Todd! I can't even. I walk 100 yards, my shoulder hurts so bad I just curl up.
So, and it doesn't show when I'm wearing it, but you know what? To be honest with you anymore, I don't know about you guys, and I try to keep it. I conceal my firearm.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even care. Most people don't notice if they see a little bump there or they see it. What it doesn't. I don't even care. I don't even care anymore.
If people aren't actively looking for it and they're not around it, they're not gonna say, "Oh, he's printing. That's a gun."
Right.
They're gonna go, "Oh, Todd maybe had some Chinese buffet last night."
Right.
It's a little bit of gas there.
Exactly.
Something sticking there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
So,
that's
Mark-
what I carry.
Mark, how do you carry? When you carry, how do you do it?
I just inside the waist, like
Inside the waist,
yeah,
like
right on my
on
right
the hip.
Yeah,
Gotcha. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, always inside the waist on the hip,
usually, yeah.
regardless of what.
I've got a really nice holster that I've had it forever, and it's
Uh-huh.
the most comfortable one for me, so I just stick with it.
Sweet, and that one fits your shields.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's just a blade tech. It's like a hard shell.
Kydex type.
Yeah.
Deal. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's nice. I mean, it fits good, and I don't even know I'm wearing it. So
Right. I do have an inside the waistband, outside the waistband type deal that an old friend of yours made for me. That's leather. Oh my gosh, that thing is the leather is gorgeous. It's
Yeah,
really
I
nice.
still have mine.
Yeah, and it fits that little J frame that I have really nice. Problem is, first time I wore it, it stained my britches.
It's stained.
It
Yeah.
stained my under britches.
Yeah.
And the stain is still there.
Yeah.
Luckily, I was hip carrying and not small of my back carry, so I didn't look like skid marks. Which is,
with the amount that I clean my guns, I get mine out all the time because it's full of lint. Because
Uh-huh,
it's
yeah.
in my pants.
Right,
It's
right,
kinda-
yeah.
It's like my belly button, I guess. You got to clean the lint out of it, right?
Yeah.
Or not my belly button. I mean, I don't know what. Yeah. Print collar.
yeah, yeah, true.
He's in there. He's in there number 2. While he's cleaning his gun while he's in there.
In there duking it out. There it is. True.
So more people are getting upset with Dick's Sporting Goods.
Yeah? Yeah.
Who do we got now? Let's go down the list. We have Springfield Armory,
Springfield started it.
Mossberg.
Mossberg. Yeah, that's actually big.
Yeah,
'Cause
Mossberg
if you
covers
ever
a
look
lot
at,
of stuff.
at what Dick's has,
Hmm.
they've got a lot of Mossberg products.
Yeah.
So that's huge for
Mossberg's
Mossberg.
kind of like has this deal of their rifles and things. It's just kind of common man type stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty
Less
common
expen-
stuff.
It's not cheap. It's just less
but
expensive.
and
It's like
good
it's
stuff.
like middle of the road. It's
Yeah,
good
yeah.
stuff. I have 2 Mossberg shotguns now.
Yeah.
I will say the
got
old
one.
Mossberg shotgun, I absolutely love it.
Hmm.
The new one, I've had some issues with it, but I still like. I actually have I think I have a Mossberg rifle in there too, 308.
Right?
That one that's all beat up.
Oh, yeah. That has the shit kicked out of it. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, for them to pull or for them to cut ties with Dicks, that's
So
That's
that
a
means
huge-
they're not going to sell to
no,
them anymore.
No more.
No business dealings.
Right.
Wow.
That's
Never-
huge. I
that
mean,
is-
Oh
that's-
yeah, I'm sure you're going to see more follow. There's another like an outdoors type group. I don't know what they, what they encompass as far as sporting goods, but they pulled 2, and then the other one was High Points.
High Points. Yeah.
High Points.
Vista Outdoor Group is
Yeah, that's it.
they're going to be dropping Savage and Stevens as in their lineup.
Okay.
They actually said they were restructuring their business plan.
Okay.
They're still going to do ammo. They're still going to be in optics like Bushnell. They own Bushnell and Weaver and stuff like that. They own Federal. They own,
classic companies.
but
have
they're
been
just
around
dropping.
forever.
They're just dropping Savage. Now Savage is still making rifles and everything. Vista's going to sell the Savage brand to some other group probably. So
Okay.
So
that's pretty much what they're doing.
This isn't a consequence of the fervor of anti-gun
No,
sweeping the nation.
no, they just they did a study, I guess, or a business structure deal for quarterly or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
I read the whole article and now I can only remember little snippets
And
of
then
it.
it made your eyes bleed. And
Yeah,
went
but
to
they
the
are
pharma and-
they're just restructuring their business plan basically, and they're just
Gotcha.
going to drop. They're dropping. You know, they had the paddle boards. They had a whole bunch of other stuff that they're dropping too. So it's not just Savage. I mean, they're dropping some other
Right.
stuff too.
That's
so,
a big group.
Yeah.
So where are all the professional football players going to buy their high points at?
Oh, serious, yeah.
They go in there for some footballs and some
Actually,
high points.
Go to
You
Dick's and take a knee.
I think
There
it's
you go.
great because Sig Sauer actually they've got they've got a whole lineup. They've got their micro 1911s and their full size 1911s that say stand on them. And I mean,
really?
yeah. And you read the article on what the reasoning for it is. They don't blatantly just call out Colin Kaepernick or whatever for kneeling during the national anthem, but that's pretty much what they're saying.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's great.
It's pretty cool. I laughed at that. I thought it was pretty cool. And the gun is awesome. I mean, it looks phenomenal. The grip's awesome. Everything about it's cool.
Sig makes some really pretty 1911.
Oh yeah.
They're gorgeous.
Yeah, these are like
Yeah.
all black grips, and they've got like a little emblem right in the middle of the grip, and they put the flag around it and everything. It's really
Yeah.
cool. I mean,
That's wild.
yeah,
They make some really pretty custom or semi-custom
right.
1911 jive things.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, true.
Well, you had a little story that you were telling us on our live Facebook video about High Point. You had a customer come in a while back, pretty interested in the High Point, right?
yeah.
Is this the thoughts behind the gun counter?
Yeah, just thoughts
You
from.
need
Well,
an
yeah,
intro.
I mean-
An intro.
I need to come
Yeah.
up. We need to come up with some kind of intro music.
Yeah, and so we're thoughts behind the gun.
It's
counter.
like a Saturday Night Live deal. Deep thoughts.
Have like a segment. Yeah. So I don't know. The last few times have been pretty negative. I'm trying to come up with some positive stuff. But this one,
Good on you for being bigger, being big like that.
No, the
Class up the show.
the
a
one
little
that
bit.
you're referring to though.
What do you say?
Is it's referring to the I don't want to use the term redneck, but that's what it is. He comes in with the cut off sleeves and he's got tattoos of the Confederate flag and all this stuff, which whatever. But he walks in, he's got sunglasses on, and
Was he driving the General Lee?
I didn't get to go outside.
Maybe
I
a
wondered.
Dodge. Maybe a big Dodge.
Big Dodge.
You know,
Yeah.
that big-
No, Hemi.
Big Dodge with stacks.
There's another story with that, but I won't get into that right now. But but he comes in and the first thing out of his mouth is, and he's really loud. He's got this southern draw to it, and he's like, "I want to look at some fancy guns," and and I just like, whoa, And the first thing, and I mean, this is, I hate to stereotype, but this is just wham! It just hit me, He points right down to the bottom shelf and he goes, "Hey, are those High Points right there?" And I'm just like,
Time to get
oh
Mama-
my gosh.
Time
and
to
I
get
lost
Mama
it.
a new pistol.
Yeah, me and I can't remember who was working. Kevin, maybe. I don't know who was working there.
That's awesome.
But we both lost it. I mean, we could not, and the worst part about it is he was serious. He wasn't trying to be funny. He was serious.
Mark, did he have a mullet?
Yeah.
Please tell me he had a
Might
mullet.
as well have.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah. But yeah, that's been a while ago now, but I don't know why I thought about that, but that was really funny.
High Points are fancy guns.
Fancy guns.
you know what? As much as I like to make fun of High Points too, I see him come through class every now and then, and I'd rather see a High Point come through class than those stupid SCCYs.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I mean, those High Points don't ever have it. Now, sometimes it's the person running the gun is the problem. Those High Points never jam up. They just go bang every single time. And I'll be dead honest with you. They're pretty freaking accurate, too.
Are they really?
They
Yeah, they're
really
not
are.
bad.
Yeah.
They're not bad.
They're much easier to run. Run the slide and stuff. They're actually easier to run than those SCCYs.
Those slides
guys or
move-
whatever you want to call them.
Those slides, when you pull the trigger, those slides move so freaking slow.
Yeah.
I shot it. A guy had a 380. And he was shooting. I just wanted to reach out and grab the slide in mid shot, man. It was But you know what?
Ladies and gentlemen, your range master, Todd Eccles.
They run though. I'd rather see one of those.
And is the 380 a blowback, or does it have the tilt barrel that unlocks just like a 9 or a 40?
I don't know. I don't even know if I look that close.
I don't look that close.
Interesting. Interesting. I don't.
But
I try to get into the guns pretty good to figure out everything, how they work, but I never really
had the
had the
desire
urge,
to share
yeah.
into one. And
exactly.
You can get them in digi camo.
ooh,
And Muddy Girl.
does that
Muddy girl.
Muddy Girl.
Muddy
Pink
girl
Muddy Girl.
pattern.
What the hell is that?
It's a pink
And purple
camo.
and black.
Purple, black, yeah.
And Stormy
And it's got
Daniels?
it's pink, purple, blah blah blah. But it's got like a woodsy pattern to it, but it's
And
all
mud.
pink and purple.
It's called Muddy
Muddy Girl.
Girl.
It's
They make
dirty.
rifles and shotguns and everything else in it.
Yeah, it's big with the ladies apparently, but most of the ladies that come in, they're like, I don't want no stupid pink gun.
Okay,
I mean, that's what you hear from them most of the time.
let's get off on this. You're out there, you're hunting. You're trying to. I know country orange is a big thing. You're trying to blend in a little bit. And you got this pink and purple rifle.
Act like a tree convention.
How effective is that?
Well, aren't animals colorblind?
They are, but I don't know.
You think they're sitting there back there going, I think that's Muddy Girl. No, that's
Hey, that
that's
tree's
Walmart
moving.
Advantage.
That tree is moving.
Holy shit, Gary! Did you see that? The tree's moving.
Depending on the time of the year, time of the season, it might be like they might be out there looking for dirty girls.
Oh, right. It's the rut. I'm gonna find me some Muddy Girl. Freaking deer.
We need to start our own hunting podcast. So, what else? Big, go ahead, Dean.
Oh, I got nothing. No.
A big mass shooting in Australia today.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen. They don't allow semi-automatic guns down
there.
there.
Are any guns in Australia? How does that happen?
They destroyed them
I
all.
think they use some venomous spiders and snakes, probably.
Right. They just threw them at each other really hard.
Right. Yeah.
We've all seen that picture, right? They're steamrolling over the big pile of guns.
Yeah. Destroying. Yeah.
I don't know, and it says I kind of skimmed through the article. It says that they're calling it a mass shooting. I don't know if it's a mass shooting. It kind of looked like it was someone killed their family and then killed themselves.
Yeah.
It's not like they'd gone into like a school or something.
anything, yeah.
But still, a shooting.
They said it was a rural area on a farm. So,
Right.
It was the middle of nowhere.
Well, and I mean, there was 2 other firearms found at the scene, apparently,
Right.
from what the article said. So,
and get this.
but where did those come from?
the quote
magically
from
appeared.
They didn't make it under the
Must be a
steamroller.
wormhole. Did Art Bell go there?
Maybe.
Was Art Bell on scene?
You know what it
He was
is?
from the great beyond.
Is the
Yeah.
toilet? The toilets here spin one way, and
Oh.
they spin the opposite way there.
That's what happened. Yeah.
So that's the wormhole.
There's a toilet wormhole.
Yep.
Someone. Oh, okay, never mind.
I don't know.
I got nothing.
So anyhow,
But
you
anyway,
take
yeah,
away
the
guns,
interest-
you're still gonna have crime.
Right. Well, the
Bad guys are still gonna get them.
interesting
there's-
quote from the article is the cop said it looks like they were shot.
Did they not know?
They looked like gunshot wounds.
It's been so long when you have an area with no
Right,
firearms.
that's true.
right.
If I forget what it looks like.
I
Could have
guess
been
so.
a boomerang, though.
Oh, right.
You know,
Yeah.
could have been.
Yeah, one of those little ones
Right.
that makes puncture wounds.
Yeah.
Aboriginal dart.
Right. Too
Made
bad,
from crocodile teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe that's what it was.
That's right. It was
Crocodile teeth.
Yeah, they were throwing crocodile teeth
Yeah.
at each other. Yeah, blowguns.
Okay.
Okay.
They probably got them at Dick's, too.
Do they sell blowguns at Dick's?
I'm sure they do.
That's
With
all
a
they
name
sell
like-
now.
With a name like that, of course, they're going to sell. Never mind.
Yeah. Right.
Oh, shit.
Dean, reel it in, Dean.
Right there, reel it back. Here's our bag of dicks right here.
So, was it over in Maryland? There's an article in Maryland. There was a guy that a law enforcement officer shot a freaking, what was it, a marmot?
Yellow-bellied marmot, rock chuck, whatever.
Yeah.
What do they call them
Woodchuck.
over there?
I think they call them
Woodchucks?
woodchucks over there.
Yeah,
Or
something like that.
groundhogs.
So,
Oh, yeah, groundhog.
I'll have to post a link to the video in the show notes. But this lady's recording this from her car.
Yeah.
Did you watch the video?
I did. I watched the video, and I thought it was hilarious. She kept commenting. Her commentary is so funny. Oh, he's so cute. Oh, look at him. Oh,
He's talking to the. He's talking to the.
He's talking to it. Look at him.
And every time.
Freeze, gopher!
Bang, bang. That gopher
Oh,
made the mistake of running on him
That's right. And then he went all Bill Murray on his ass and shot him.
Yeah.
twice.
Twice, yeah. Shot him once, and he kind of rolled over, and then stood up and tried to drag himself a little
And
bit.
he took he took a knee again.
Right, the cop comes over, takes a knee, and then double taps him. Put him down for good.
It moved.
Right? And then he doesn't even get him out of the road. He just walks back to his car, and then the video ends. I'm like, well, get the damn thing out of the road, pull your car over, and let the people go, because the rock chuck was holding up traffic. That's
Set
why the
my
cop was
people free.
Right.
Oh my goodness! Surprised you didn't handcuff it and try and put it in the back seat.
Oh,
of your
right.
car.
Yeah, those little handcuffs they're carrying now, those
Yeah.
itty ones. Yeah. For those rock chuck perpetrators.
Anyhow,
Yeah.
so let's look at the situation. I mean, he shot the rock chuck or whatever the hell it was. Could he just? I mean, I'm not trying to be like a bleeding heart animal guy here. And he shot it. I don't care. But right there in front of all that traffic, he takes a knee and he freaking shoots it. I mean, depending on what he's shooting, he's bouncing a 9 or a 40 or something off the freaking pavement, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he misses, that's gonna ricochet.
I mean, was that really the wisest thing?
You know
for
what
him
we
to
do here in Idaho to rock chucks? We take a 9 to them, a 9 iron.
Right.
Well, if it's on the road, you know what I do? Swerve and hit it.
Yeah.
Right.
So
I don't know. I think that guy was a jackwagon for pulling out his weapon in the first place.
I
And the
just-
story
he
it says,
probably is trigger happy or something.
yeah.
You know?
In the story, it said that he was the rock chuck charged him,
well,
Oh,
it
and
said-
then he
no.
pulled it out. I'm like,
Oh no!
What?
it took a step toward him, maybe, but
it's a freaking rock chuck. He said it was disturbing traffic.
yeah, and
How
it was
does a rock chuck disturb freaking traffic?
and it was acting abnormally for an animal, so he had to put it down for public safety.
To leave it in the road.
Yeah, and leave it in the road and get
Well,
his cruiser.
don't
Yeah,
even shoot it. Just leave it in the
expert
road.
on rock chucks.
I guess he is in rock
Yeah.
chuck behavior.
Yeah.
It'll be
Someone
someone will run over it.
Someone
it
was
doesn't
probably
matter.
feeding it, and it was like, "Hey, you got peanuts?"
He was.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
probably
it's
coming
probably
for some
someone's
peanuts.
pet.
Yeah,
It was a funny video though, because every time we turned around, it would
The
follow
thing's following him. Yeah, he's stomping his feet. He's even pointing at one point, saying, "You know, you can't hear him."
Trying to
but
talk.
I'm sure he's telling him to get out of here.
He's
Get out
trying
of here.
to talk to the rock. To see who's acting weird at this point.
Yeah, exactly.
Can't you see? I don't want you anymore. You're free now. Go.
Don't make me do this. See what you made me do.
Don't let me go talk to your cousin Squirrel.
Oh.
Oh, crunk. Yeah, that guy was a jackwagon. Only in Maryland. Maybe
Yeah.
Connecticut. Yeah. Or Delaware.
Yeah.
Or New York.
I mean,
or California. Or
Delaware.
Delaware. Yeah.
So what about
Okay.
who sent me the article about the old woman?
Oh, that was me.
Okay, you tell us all about it, Dean.
Oh, it's plastered everywhere now.
Is it
Like,
really?
The NRA has it up on their Facebook
do
page.
they?
Everybody's got it up.
So
I don't visit the NRA page very often.
Well, I mean, just
Yeah.
not just them. I mean, there's a bunch of other
they're-
ones
they're
too.
putting it up. So I can't remember where it was at. But the 70-year-old lady, little lady, someone breaks into her home, but she has a firearm. So the 70-year-old lady goes down and she nails the guy. She hits him, shoots him, and he departs the premises. But the best part of this is she goes out the front door, runs after him, and shoots him again. She chased the guy down outside the house. She says, "These young people got to learn to stay out of people's houses."
Well, that's kind of the moral of the story, I
Right?
think, but-
Don't go into other people's houses.
Right.
Don't steal shit.
So we're gonna analyze this a little bit, okay? And I'm gonna be I deal with the laws and teach when to shoot and when not to shoot type of thing I got going on here. Typically, if someone's in your house and you take a shot at them and they leave, or if someone's in your house and you walk into that room and they turn around and leave, you let them go. The threat is leaving. The threat is no longer there. The threat does not exist anymore. Are we all in agreement? That's the way you're supposed to do it?
Right.
So this 70-year-old woman, she shot at and hit this guy, right?
Right. In Philadelphia, 70-year-old woman, so around
Philly.
4:30 a.m. in the morning on a Saturday.
And then chased the guy outside as he was trying to get away and shot him again. So what did they say? I'll be honest with you, I didn't read the article. So is she going to get off scot-free? I mean,
Yeah,
she chased the guy down and shot him.
Oh, get this. She'd never shot the gun before. She'd never shot this firearm.
So she shot once, figured it was fun, and she wanted to pull the trigger again?
I guess, right? Oh, maybe that was a fluke that it went off. Maybe I need to see if it's going to go off again.
So...
here's her quote. She
Okay.
said, "I shot at him. He turned around and ran. And when he ran, I ran down the steps behind him and I shot at him some more.
I'm thinking that she's never taken any kind of concealed carry class.
Apparently not.
Do they
She'd
even
never
have that
fired
in
it
Philadelphia?
I don't know.
Right? Says the suspect ran to a nearby car wash where he called 911 to say he'd been shot. He was arrested and taken to the hospital.
So, does it sound like they're going to let her off? Like it was a good shoot?
Yeah, there's no comment as to whether or not she's going to be charged or anything.
Well, and that's, I mean, we were kind of talking about this before, but because of the circumstances, her being, 70 and woman
Right.
or whatever, is anybody else going to get away with it? I mean, not necessarily get away with it because she didn't really do anything wrong as far as I'm concerned, but
would it be
would it
easier
be-
for her to do that than it would me or you?
right. If it was me, would they be taking my gun? Would they be doing all this other stuff? And it's like,
And she is a minority. There's a picture of her.
yeah,
She was
Right.
interviewed on TV. She's a minority.
I'm going to say that I don't know what's going to happen. I always teach once they leave, the threat's gone, go away. I would never encourage my wife to chase someone down and shoot them again or chase them out of the house. Okay, for a few different reasons. Kids are in the house still, and you don't know who's outside.
Yeah.
There could have been an
There could be
accomplice,
someone
a
say-
buddy
yeah.
outside, and all of a sudden you leave your house, you go out there, and then they could shoot you or whatever.
Yeah, you're right. In the
So-
open, yeah.
Whether or not she'll get away with this, I don't know. I mean, there's a disparity of size, there's a disparity of age, strength. There's a lot of things that come into play, but it depends on what letter of the law they want to follow.
That's true.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't. I mean, the guy was leaving. You shot him once. He was leaving. I mean, it's a great story, and I love to hear stuff like that. But it's
Yeah.
not.
Here's-
I don't think it's legal.
Here's her quote. People are going to have to learn to stay the hell out of people's houses. That's what she says.
Well, and that's true. I mean, but
Yeah.
yeah.
But you don't chase them out and shoot them some more.
Right.
Yeah.
True.
So I don't know, and you got to look at this though too. So if she gets through the case, is there going to be a civil suit
Right.
against that guy? Maybe the law over there is. I would assume it's the same as they're not a threat anymore. You should quit shooting.
Right.
So maybe there'll be a civil suit where someone comes back and his family or him or whoever comes back and says, she chased him down. He was leaving. She chased him down and shot him again. You don't know where the civil suits can be the uglier court cases.
So that brings up another big point here. Should you get insurance to cover your court costs if you're involved?
You can. I mean,
Right? It's offered, right? You
It's
You
offered.
can buy insurance to cover yourself and
Oh,
your
yeah.
legal costs.
Yeah.
In case
yeah.
you're involved in a shooting.
Like any insurances, though, I get this question all the time. I tell everyone I don't have any. I've thought about doing it, but I tell everyone, look around, read the fine print, know what you're getting into, know what they're going to cover, know what's going to happen, know the kind of defense that you're going to get, because a lot of them will send a defense team in. Wherever you are, you call a number and let them know. They'll fly someone in. They'll fly a group of people in, and they'll take up your case for you, because obviously they want to.
Yeah.
They want to win. They want to win.
Yeah.
So it's not a bad thing. It's an extra cost, but it is an insurance. So read the fine print. They're also in it to make money.
Yeah. How much is it? Any idea?
I don't even know. I
I've
know
never looked into it.
the USCCA offers some, and you get like a membership and a magazine and all kinds of stuff.
Ooh.
So I mean, I don't know. I've never have looked into it.
I mean, I have seen a lot of advertisements. Before I watch like a gun video, they have advertisements about.
There's some really
insurance
good
and stuff.
sounding ones out there.
Yeah, there is. I mean, and I've thought about it, but I have never done it either. So
Like
They have arms.
the law tigers.
No,
No, not
No.
exciting like that.
no.
Liger maybe, but not tiger.
Yeah.
They're law ligers.
USCCA. They have the Armed Citizens Legal Defense Network. They have.
There is a few good ones out there. There really is, but
They have CCW Safe or something.
yeah. Yeah. Do you have a turkey?
What the hell was that?
Do you have a turkey out
I
there?
have no idea what that was. I have
Sound like a
turkeys
turkey?
in the turkey.
Yeah, are they old enough to make that noise
No, they're like softball size.
yet?
I think we had a turkey.
So I don't know. I mean, you get insurance if you want. That's a personal. At the very least, you know what? Go talk to an attorney. Know who you're going to go see if you're not going to have insurance.
Yeah.
Talk to him. Find out what that attorney wants you to say if you ever have to use your firearm in self-defense. Because some of them may say, "Well, tell them what happened." Some of them may say, "Tell them that you know what? You need to take a few minutes. You need to contact your attorney, and then you'll speak to them, whatever. But now's the time to get an attorney. Go talk to someone, have someone on hold. Keep that number, that business card in your wallet. They're not going to let you find someone to call.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
You need to have that number handy and available and know who you're going to call. Talk to them now. Now's the time to do it.
True. Because a civil suit could destroy your life. You'll lose everything.
Oh, you're going to... Even if you have to use your firearm in self-defense and you don't have a civil suit, it's gonna cost you all kinds of money. You could lose your job. You could all kinds of stuff. You lose your family. I mean, you don't know the kind of stress it's gonna put on you. Lose your house. I mean,
yeah, you'll lose everything. If heaven forbid the person passes away that you have to defend yourself from, their family will come after you.
They could.
Yeah.
A lot of times I'll wait to see what the actual case, the main case is going to.
The thing that really grinds my gears on that is that the guy should have never been in the house in the first place.
Right.
And that's like,
you hear stories all the time.
How is that
breaking in and hurting themselves?
But he was a
Right.
good boy. He was a
Like,
good boy. He
yeah.
just had a small problem with breaking into people's
a
houses.
small problem.
Like
Yeah.
they're
Someone
So
actually
how
said
does that
once.
not like?
yeah.
I don't want to use the word Trump, but how does that not trump? He was in your house,
Right. He was committing a crime. Can be
Right,
proven,
committing a
an actual
crime.
crime. Yeah.
and
A felony.
I mean, what are you not supposed to
Right.
defend yourself? I mean,
Well,
it is your property. It's your house.
Here's an
it's,
example. Guy was trying to break into a house. He falls through the skylight.
Yeah.
Lands on the kitchen table where there's a knife. Cuts himself.
Sues him.
Sues the family.
And wins.
And wins.
That is completely asinine.
It's completely, right?
Yeah,
Ridiculous.
that's crazy.
That's like a prostate exam where the doctor keeps both hands on your shoulders.
Literally,
Completely.
Oh, you guys. I love the podcast.
Yeah, completely asinine.
Yeah,
Truly.
that is dumb.
Stupid.
Yeah.
And I guess it just depends on what district you're in, whether or not you're the county prosecutor is going to try to pull something like that. Or
that's that
what?
question. What does this world come to when stuff like that happens?
Right.
That's totally backwards.
That's the world that we live in,
Yeah,
boys.
I know.
True.
Right?
True.
Yeah. Don't people shop online anymore? I mean, I don't know. That's things that you don't say when you work in retail. By the way. Yeah.
Okay.
At least you've never said who you work for.
Well, not yet, but I think
Hey,
in the
would they-
past,
Around here, people
would they?
know.
Maybe you need to. Would they sponsor the show?
How
I don't know. They do a podcast.
I know ours is better. I hear about.
Well,
all
it
the-
is. Yeah.
Well, it's like I hear.
Theirs is pretty boring. It's all farming, and
So
you know.
I hear him talk about it on the radio. I hear like this commercial talking about it, and I'm driving to work, and I'm like, oh crap! If they ever knew what Mark did,
Yeah. Join the D&B podcast. Oh, I just said it.
Oh, crap.
man.
Edit.
Cat's
Edit.
out of the bag now.
Edit.
I'm not editing nothing.
No, it's
Yeah,
fine.
shoot.
They know that I do it, so at least my store does. I don't know about corporate, but
They can't. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go shop at Dick's.
They might be
good luck
looking-
with that.
They might be looking for new employees pretty soon.
No, I'm sure they would be.
So
We're actually looking for a new employee, but I'm not going to get into that.
I saw that.
So
Pay me enough. So we got a phone call.
Okay.
We got a call in
From who?
from Phillip.
Yay, Phillip!
I,
We like
know,
Phillip.
I'm not even going to start. I love that Phillip calls in all the time. Absolutely love it. It helps the show, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to start calling. It's not even going to be the Patriot Defense Podcast Hotline. It's like the Phillip Stute Hotline,
The Phillip Stute Hotline.
the Phillip Hotline,
And now we will have the Phillip portion of the show.
the Phillip call in, the weekly. So
Brought to you by... I almost said where you work.
Haynes t-shirts.
Yeah, Haynes T-shirts.
because he's supposed to get a t-shirt or
Or
something.
something, yeah.
Oh.
And Sharpie.
Yeah, he's still wanting one of those too. I think
Yeah.
so. Let me play this. Here we go.
Make it gilded then.
And
Please stand by while we...
Hey guys, it's Phillip. As your request, I do live in Indiana, like the southern tip of it, right next to Kentucky and the evil Democratic state, Illinois, while they're gun controlling Chicago. But I didn't call you last week. I got busy and off on some stuff. And no, Todd, you creeper, I didn't put any more pictures on Facebook. You silly creeper people. But you guys were talking about different guns and stuff you saw in the class, and talking about some Colt Pythons and stuff. And here's kind of discussion, topic for you. With dicks kind of shooting themselves into whatever, but they're losing all their gun manufacturer deals, and pretty much all they're going to have left is Balls and Omar the Tent Maker. But what do you guys see more in concealed carry classes? Do you guys see more semi-automatics or revolvers? Or does it vary? My fiance, she prefers a revolver. She thinks it's easier as far as if something jams up, just keep pulling the trigger. And, kind of expand on that, what about defense at your house? There used to be, shotguns were the big thing. You hear somebody rack a shotgun and you knew what they had. But there's some topic for you, home defense versus away defense and concealed carry. What kind of guns do you guys have, and what do you think's better? Maybe get Mark's opinion. See what people come in, ask him, and what he supplies people with. Since he's not dicks, he can supply them with AR-15. Enjoy the podcast. Quality's been on and off, but we'll listen to it next week.
Damn. And that was and that was a call from Phillip Stute, and man, I'm hurting, Phillip. The quality's on and off. I know the quality's on and off. A knife right in the back, and you're twisting it a little bit. Man, I know. I gotta figure out the quality thing. So I think if Dean, and hopefully he's doing better this episode, gets his face up to the freaking microphone. So, not like that.
Quit being so butthurt.
So I'm not trying to amplify the freaking dwarf on the other side of the room.
Hey, you're not Steven Tyler. Don't swallow the microphone.
Is that better?
Okay, Dean's being a jackass now. But I know. I'm working on the quality. Okay, it's rough, man. I get so freaking frustrated on Sunday mornings. I'm just like, screw it, send it, go.
And it's good.
And
it's fine.
The part I listen to is good, and then I listen to the next day, and I'm just driving around for work, and I'm just like, crap, this wasn't good.
Let's just say it's a good thing you have these filters, because they would hear me like breathing into the microphone, like
breathing the whole time.
I had to put these filters on because the first one I did without a filter, the guy at the radio station that kind of helps me a little bit, it's kind of guiding me through this. He's like, you need a pop filter on this, because he goes, I listened to it, so I re-listened to it. Every time I said a P word or word of the P or yeah, oh my god, it was horrible. So, anyhow, Phillip had a question. Do you guys remember what the question was now?
What do you see? What do you carry most? What do you see?
What do we see most in class?
Yeah, and for home, what's the best thing for home too?
Let's start with what do we see in class.
Right.
So
you should probably answer that. You do the class more than any of us.
Yeah, I see more semi-autos than anything. I would
say by far, yeah.
Yeah, I do see revolvers. I've never had a class that I've never had a class that hasn't had a revolver in it. So you get 2, 3, 4 revolvers, but I do more and more semi-autos. I mean, there's lots of revolvers out there, but I like revolvers. Don't get me wrong. I have one. What? I like revolvers. They're fun. They're fun to shoot. Okay.
You always make fun of me for my wheel guns.
That's because you're
I'm a jackass.
You're a freaking low hanging fruit, dude. You're kind of an easy target.
I think they fit in my pants a lot easier than a semi-auto.
I don't like to work hard to make fun of people.
Right.
But I think what you're seeing more and more, steps ahead on the semi-automatics. They're making better semi-autos. They're that's where all the science and the design and stuff's going for. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Revolvers are just.
Plus, there's more advertising.
Revolvers have been around forever, and
they're just revolvers. They're just. You can't get a whole heck of a lot better on a revolver. I mean, but you can on a semi-auto. You can change springs. You do more ergonomic stuff. But a revolver is a revolver. Nothing wrong with them, but people want the latest and greatest things.
I'll take some umbrage with you right here. You can change the springs in the revolver. You can slick up the trigger.
I guess you can, but
you can cut off the hammer. You can.
Okay, so
take all the edges off.
When's the first time? And I know I'm going to say never for me.
Huh?
But when's the first time you've seen a brand new revolver that everyone's talking about come out of SHOT Show.
I tell you, when Ruger came out with the plastic, the polymer,
That's probably it.
That's probably the last time, yeah.
And if we want to think back, since I don't know, since I never get to go to freaking SHOT Show, I'm not going to see any revolvers that come out of SHOT Show. No, but seriously though, I mean, you're going to see
There's that, and there was that weird rhino type thing that came out in the 90s that
that thing
shot
is cool.
out the bottom of the.
I've
of
shot
the
that
cylinder.
thing. That
Was
thing
it?
is awesome.
Is it pretty cool?
Yeah.
Is the recoil just
You don't
Nothing?
even feel it.
because the recoil
Yeah,
it's
it
coming
has a
lower.
lower. The
Chi-
bore
that's
axis
that's
is
the
really
Chippewa.
low.
Yeah,
That's
It's
a
the
Chippewa, right?
It's Chiappa.
Chiappa.
Yeah,
Chiappa.
Italy. Yeah.
it's Italy. Oh,
Yeah,
ooh.
Chiappa rhino.
It's
They have a
Italian.
white rhino. They have a whole bunch of different ones.
Oh, that's cool.
But no, they're awesome to shoot.
Right. That's
Um,
what Harley Quinn
yes.
carried in Suicide
Yeah.
Squad.
Yeah.
So I see more semi-autos. I just think they're
Do you think that's just because the general perception is they're more sexy?
maybe no.
Everyone wants to
I
carry
think it's
one
because
and
they-
shoot it sideways.
They come out on a lot of different levels. You got those. They're going to fit a lot of different people.
Oh,
Semi-autos
yeah.
are going to fit a lot of different
I'm
people.
probably like the only person to ever say this, but I actually like a semi-auto. I like the challenge of it. If it does jam, I like to. It's challenging to me to clear it and get back going again. You know what I mean?
Right.
I actually, I don't necessarily say I enjoy it, but it's a challenge to me.
It's a challenge, and it's something to master.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
You can feel proud that you've learned something. And
Yeah.
But yet then
you do
again,
that, yeah.
I think shooting a snub nose revolver is a bit of a challenge in itself.
Depending on
Depending, I mean, I can shoot them. I mean, but I mean, you know, they roar a little bit.
My
Yeah.
little 32 H&R is fantastic. It's
Right.
got fixed sights in the back. It's just got a notch in the back, and then so it's you can't adjust the sights. But for a defensive gun, you're never going to adjust the sights.
You're
Anyway.
never probably
But
going to
this
use
little
the
thing-
sights.
Yeah, this little thing, I love it. It's got, as far as I'm concerned, the recoil is extremely manageable. It's accurate. I can hit small, like I don't want to say a quarter, but I used to go out and shoot with Pop, and you shoot with my father, Pop.
Right.
And I could hit anything up to 20 feet with this thing,
Mhm.
anywhere I'd want to put it around.
One of the cooler revolvers that I've shot lately was the Kimber K6, and that thing shoots like a dream.
Kimber makes a revolver now?
They do. Where the hell you
Where
been,
have I
gun
been?
guy?
On
Yeah.
Percocet, just
They make
sucking
nice,
my thumb.
They have a I don't know if Kimber does, but they got a whole line over at your store. They got a whole line of 9mm revolvers too.
Yeah, we got 9mm, Ruger 9mm.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, they use a moon clip, hold the rounds,
Yeah,
keep
moon
it
right.
clips, yeah.
so they don't fall through the cylinders. But
Yeah, and moon clips make for really quick reloads as well.
Yeah.
But no, that Kimber, I have to admit it. I actually, I'm so used to shooting semi-autos, and I shouldn't admit it, but I used a semi-auto grip on a revolver.
Oh, did you lose
Bad
your
idea
fingerprints?
because
Did
it
the
burned the
did it burn
crap,
the crap
out of
your
me,
thumb?
out of my finger, because I had my finger so far forward.
Yeah.
You had them up by the cylinder gap.
Yeah.
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 And I shouldn't admit it, but I am, because I'm gonna man up to it.
Well, we're all just
We-
regular
but-
guys, yeah.
We
But,
all do our thing, man.
Yeah.
But that thing shot, and for a revolver, I don't know if this is the way to say it, but it shot so much like a semi-auto. I thought I was shooting a semi-auto.
Really
Yeah.
comfortable.
It was very comfortable,
Yeah.
and it was very accurate. I mean, we were shooting steel, and I just went down the line, and knocked every one of them down. I mean, it was like, whoa.
Was it a 9mm?
No, this was a 357, but they loaded
Okay.
38s in
With
it. I mean,
38. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
But, yeah.
You like Kimber enough. I'm surprised you don't have one of those.
I'll be damned. Yeah.
You know you're gonna have to go buy one now, right?
Oh shit. Yeah.
So I have carried a revolver.
Mhm.
I've got a holster. The same gentleman that made your nice
Yeah.
leather holster made me one for that.
That thing that you
That-
still haven't ordered the screw for.
Yeah, I think the paperwork's around here somewhere still.
Right.
But anyhow, I wore it. I carried it at church, and I carried it under my suit coat. I felt like
Yeah.
one of those old private eyes and old,
You're
old
carrying an itty-bitty
PIs.
little 38.
Yeah, it was kind of cool. That's a 357, dude.
Did you load it with 357?
Hell yeah! If I'm gonna carry it, it,
Dang.
357s, buddy.
You put Smith & Wesson makes a lot of J frames. That's the small frames. And you get it in an air weight. Holy crap, it hurts to shoot. It's painful to put full house
They're,
357s in there.
So the Smith & Wesson rep that I was talking about earlier,
Uh-huh.
he was talking about doing an armorer's class and making, like, we build our own
Yeah.
J-frames.
Really?
From the ground. Yeah.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. And then at the end of the class, we basically get to buy them and then take them
That'd be awesome.
So yeah, I don't know how that's gonna work.
You can
but
call me if he does, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'll let you know.
Smith & Wesson also makes an airweight, or I don't know what they call it, but it's a lighter weight, very lightweight 44 mag. And I gotta tell you, my Model 29, it's got a 4-inch barrel. It's heavy. And if I put full house 44 mag loads in there, it hurts like a son of a gun. It is not comfortable to shoot with full house loads. I can't imagine what it would be like to shoot it through a really light gun. I mean, that gun of mine is very heavy. And of course, I like to carry it just because it makes me feel like Dirty Harry. Plus, it makes great big holes in things. But,
Dirty Harry, you know, that intimidating sound like we were talking about earlier. When Phillip touched on the shotgun thing.
Right.
That, I mean, I don't know where I read it, but somewhere I read that it said that the shotgun, the pump of a shotgun is the most intimidating sound in the world. When people hear it, they instantly
they know what it is. They know what it is.
It's I mean, the oh shit factor goes up to like
I think it does.
20.
Yeah. I've heard people say, "Oh, all you got to do is rack that shotgun. They'll run right out of the house." I don't buy that necessarily.
No, I don't buy that. But
some of them are going to turn around and say, "Oh, game on."
Yeah.
I don't know. I have read lots of places, and I'm of the same opinion too, that the shotgun is probably the best home defense weapon.
Right.
A short-barreled shotgun with a stock, not a pistol grip.
Right.
A stock. So you can
you know what I use? I use if I'm going to use a shotgun for home. I mean, I have my hunting shotguns. I grab the little youth model 20 gauge.
Yeah.
Pump because it's shorter. I can swing it around the corners. You know.
Yeah.
A lot nicer. It's kind of like a brush. I call it a little brush gun. You know.
Right.
So there's that, but you know the new, and you may have more input on this because I know me and Dean aren't AR-15 guys, but I was talking to a guy today that was really into. He says he thinks an AR-15 done right with the right ammo is the perfect home defense weapon.
Sure.
I mean,
maybe if you put shotgun shells in it.
Yeah, but if you want to dump a ton of money into it to make it that way, you know, like an SBR, or but you're just going. I don't know about that one.
So let's.
I think there's over penetration. There's all kinds of other stuff that you're going to have to deal with there.
Well, the best thing about a shotgun is that you're shooting more than one round through there. Like if you get 000 buckshot in there, you're shooting 3, 4, 5, depending
9,
on what caliber.
Whatever.
Yeah, depending on what gauge you have out of there. That many rounds downrange. That's like shooting. I think 000 is like a 30 caliber. So you're shooting 9 30 caliber pellets downrange with one shot.
Well, let me ask you this: if you are going to use a shotgun for home defense, what should you load it up with?
Buckshot.
Okay. He says buckshot. I say birdshot. Now, here's why. Honestly,
I'm cheap. I say birdshot too.
You throw there's videos. Well, I don't know if there is anymore since YouTube isn't going to do it. But anyway, there was videos out there of some guy using like 7.5 shot, and he was within 10 feet of the target, and he just had like a 3D dummy target, right?
Took the center out of it.
He blew a hole the size of a football in that thing.
And here's the thing, and I've seen people say, "Oh yeah, birdshot will do fine," and some people say, "Oh no, birdshot," and they you're just going to piss them off. And I think though that if you're inside of a house and it's the distance of as close as far as you can get within a house, I think you're going to do some crazy damage.
Yeah,
right.
And
the other reason you could take out his freaking eyes.
The other reason why I say that is because you're not going to have as much over penetration with that birdshot.
That's a really good point. Yeah.
So you're not going to shoot through your kid's wall and hit your kid,
right.
That's the thing that you got to, other people, you got to think about that.
So my opinion is, and that's a huge thing, not over penetrating, is that whenever you're trying to ventilate someone to stop them from attacking you, the number one thing you're trying to do is bring their blood pressure down so they fall down and they're not able to get up. The only way to get their blood pressure the quickest way to get their blood pressure down is to make bigger holes in them. And the bigger the hole, the quicker they're going to bleed out and go down. That's why I'm of the opinion buckshot, or carry the largest caliber that you can and shoot them make big holes. Does that make sense?
No, it makes. I mean, I think both.
And honestly,
both arguments
that's just an opinion, because if you get close enough with birdshot, just like you're saying, you're going to make
the
size of a football.
If you see it, I mean, the hole is literally as big a diameter as a football is.
Yeah,
that's how big a hole it puts in that thing.
Right.
So,
And another end gun that's interesting for home defense, for the same reason, is the Smith & Wesson Judge.
That would be the governor.
The Smith & Wesson and Taurus makes the governor.
Yeah. No, Taurus makes the judge. Smith makes the governor.
My father-in-law has a governor, and I was the first one to shoot it. I don't know why he wanted me to shoot it first. Okay, so we loaded up with 410 shells, just birdshot.
Uh-huh.
And its recoil with 410 shells and birdshot was worse than it was almost as bad as the 44 mag. Almost, not quite as bad. But
I've shot a little.
Man.
It's kind of off topic, but I've shot a little. I had this. Well, that guy that made our holsters.
Yeah.
Went out and I shot a bunch of guns, and he had some he liked oddball little guns, and he had like this little Derringer that would shoot. I think it was like a 45 long Colt.
Okay.
And it was a little single shot. It was little. It was a little Derringer. Or you could stick a 410 shell in it.
Yeah.
And like the barrel was only like that much longer than the 410 shell. You want to talk about
Recoil?
Oh
Main?
my gosh!
Yeah, they got to shoot those Bond arms, which are like that. And
Yeah.
oh my gosh, that about killed my hand.
Yeah.
I had no idea that a 410 shell would pack so much punch.
In a
Oh.
revolver.
In a revolver, yeah. And it's not a small revolver.
No.
It's big. There's a lot of metal
Yeah,
in
they
that
are.
thing. And it's not made with a lightweight metal either.
And another thing, I mean, depending on the length of the barrel, because they are rifled for the 45 Colt,
Uh-huh.
you do have that, the BBs are bouncing around in there. So your pattern's going to suck
Yeah.
at certain ranges.
Yeah, you're definitely not going to take it.
So,
So, yeah.
do you think someone should actually take a governor or the judge or something like that and carry it as a concealed carry weapon with 410 shells in it?
if you can hide it, because that's a big weapon.
Right, but
Well,
let's
well,
say
they also make other.
I think you might as well put
Not-
45 long.
Not
Colt in them.
necessarily as a concealed carry weapon, but like a lot of people get them
It's a snake
up
gun.
in the mountain. Yeah, snake
gun.
guns. Yeah.
Well,
So-
they Winchester made. I'm not sure if they still do a round for 410 for the.
It's got the
just
disc.
for these guns.
The
Yeah, it's got
discs,
the discs in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm still not sold. Those are guns are fun to shoot, and I think they're good snake guns. They're good whatever guns. But other than that, I don't see a reason to have one, to own one.
Well, because you've got so much other stuff. you know.
I'd rather just go with a straight up.
and because you're comfortable with what you got.
And
Right.
so getting back like where Phillip was saying, revolver, semi-auto. I think revolvers are simple. You get a hammerless one. There's not a lot of stuff to snag. I'm not going to say women specifically, but there are certain aspects where it's easier, it's simpler. They don't have to rack the slide. There's nothing involved with that.
You don't have to worry about a safety.
You don't have to worry
You
about a
just point
safety.
and pull the trigger.
Yeah, and so I think in certain aspects, revolvers are great. I think it's more of what you said, what you're comfortable shooting.
And what you're comfortable shooting. What can you handle? What are your physical limitations or capabilities?
Mhm.
Because I've seen women. I had one lady come into my class and she had some revolvers. She was shooting a revolver, and she saw everyone else shooting semi-autos, and she was having trouble with this revolver. She was having trouble shooting because it was just jumping. It was horrible. She had long trigger pull, for the revolvers typically do, and she was not hitting what she needed to. And I said, "Why don't you use one of my semi-autos? I'll give you freaking ammo for it. You can use it for." Oh, Daddy always told, and she was she's a really nice lady, but she's like, "Oh, Daddy'd roll over in his grave right now if he knew I was going to shoot semi-auto. He always told us that women they weren't smart enough to run semi-autos. They should only shoot
And do you know how many
revolvers."
times I hear
Oh
that?
my gosh.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. I hear that.
Do you
a lot.
really?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
That's a legitimate opinion still.
I hear that a lot from women.
I went out to Three Creek
Yeah.
School.
Wow.
I went out to Three Creek School and did an active shooter class, and I did a concealed carry permit class out there. Okay, and I was doing the active shooter class. It's my first one I had done, and they had Owyhee County deputies come out, like 3 or 4 of them. They wanted to know what I was teaching in their county. Okay, it is what it is. Kind of intimidating at first, but I did my thing, and they left. And as they were leaving, they said, "Hey, you did a great job." And I was still doing my presentation. Told everyone there, this guy knows what he's talking about. He's not telling you anything that we wouldn't tell you. And then head deputy or whatever turned around and he looks at them all, and he goes, "And ladies, if you're going to carry a firearm, I recommend that you ladies carry revolvers and revolvers only. That way they run, you can pull the trigger, and your lacy sleeves won't get caught in the slides."
Oh, for Pete's
And then
sake.
he turned around and walked out, and I was like, and as soon as he walked out and shut that door, I said, "Ladies, forget everything he just said."
Yeah,
I said,
I hate that.
You are
I really
smart
do.
enough. You are capable enough to run a semi-auto, just as capable as anyone else. You just have to do the same thing everyone else does. You need to put in the time, the diligence, the practice, and you need to shoot them.
Right.
And if you spend a lot of money, you spent good money, and you buy a decent semi-automatic handgun, the thing's not going to jam up. And if it jams up, it's caused by you. I've got numerous semi-auto, handguns. Very rarely have I even had a jam in any of them. And if it is, it's because I was shooting my own crappy reloads. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I'm the fault. It doesn't jam up because the gun jams up. It jams up because of the idiot pulling the trigger, which is me.
If you're going to buy something and carry it, and your life is going to depend on it, buy quality.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Buy quality. Like you're saying, your high point goes bang every single time.
Now,
It
here's
really
the thing,
does.
though. At the same time,
It's
if you do
inexpensive.
have to use the gun, buy quality gun, but don't overbuy.
Oh, right.
And this is what I'm saying, because
Simple
if
but
you don't have to
effective.
be
Like
if you
me,
have to
a
use
dumbass
it,
get talked into buying the top of the line
right?
Kimber
Because if you
1911.
have to use it,
Right.
guess what? It's going to get confiscated. It's going to get taken away.
Yeah.
So, would you rather your $1,000 Kimber 1911?
That's why he
get
doesn't
taken
leave
away?
his safe.
Or
My safe queen.
perhaps like your $400 or $500 Glock, Smith, whatever,
Yeah.
something good quality still, but not a $1,000 gun that
Right.
you're going to lose if you have to use it.
That's why if you find something you're going to carry, you need to buy 2 of them. So when they confiscate one, because if you use
still
it
got
to
the
defend
other
yourself, you still have another one.
That's the reasoning I use. That's why I have 9 of them. So
And don't go to an estate sale or an auction and get some used something or other that's so worn out you can't even read the name on the side, and it comes from South America, not Taurus, but there's other brands from South America that are just horrible.
Jimenez.
Jimenez. Yeah.
Have you seen those?
No, I
Phoenix
haven't.
Arms.
Phoenix Arms.
No, I'm thinking
Yeah.
like Star and Llama, and
Yeah, those two.
it's tough to find a quality one of those.
It-
And my pop was a cheap son of a gun, and he would go out and buy. He would make trades, and he would get these things and try and slick them up and make them run. Oh, they were garbage.
Now, does a fancy gun qualify as a quality gun?
Right, fancy gun.
it depends on what your version of
if
fancy
it's
is.
dirty.
These are my fancy pants. I even hemmed them after I cut them off in
Yeah.
shorts.
I especially modified these so I can carry panis carry.
This is my good tank, my good wife beater. It's only got the one stain on it.
Right. Then this stain here is when I went to Leonard Skinner, and then this stain here is when I met the drummer from Alice. No, I don't remember. No. I got nothing.
But no, that was a good call, Phillip. And I guess, Phillip, you call again on your hotline. We built this hotline just for you. Since you're the only one that you're the only one that calls on it.
So for in the house now, what do you guys carry in the house?
My
Do you have
VP9.
Do you have a space? Yeah, you carry all the time. Absolutely.
It's not actually it's not on me now, but it's very near. If it's not on my waist, it's very near to me.
So I've got my jackets spread out through the house, and then I've also got I've got a GP100 that I keep tucked away in different places. So any room in the house, I can get to a firearm real quick.
I do like those GP100s.
Yeah, those are great.
Yeah. No, it's my shield because that's
Always.
the only one that stays out of my safe.
Yeah.
Everything else is in the safe. So,
Well,
I don't want to
and-
have to
What about
dial up the.
You're
combo.
lucky enough too, though, that you have your kids are older,
Yeah.
and you don't have to worry about them. I got a
Well-
4-year-old still.
Yeah.
Right. And with my kids, I make
My kids
We've
know.
talked about this before.
My kids
yeah?
know,
We
but
don't make it a mystery. Yeah, if they want to see it, I'm like, by all means, come here, handle it, see it, make sure that they understand proper safety. Of
Right.
course.
Mhm.
And I drill the safety into my kids. So I ask them, what's the first thing you do? Like, check to see if it's loaded. Okay, good. How do you do that? So they all know how to check to see if it's loaded.
right.
But when it comes to shotgun, I do have a shotgun in my house too. No, it's
Street sweeper.
a street sweeper. Yeah, it started life as a Mossberg Model 500, an older one, so it's only got one crane on the front to actuate the action. But I took it and I had someone cut the barrel professionally to 18.5 inches. 18.5, so it's legal, right?
Gonna have another Ruby Ridge thing going
Right,
on here.
exactly.
Whoa. Oh,
And
sorry.
I bought a
Hang on.
Woo! I bought a pistol grip for it, but I did not
Sorry
like
about that, folks.
how that pistol grip worked on a Mossberg because the safety's on the top, right? Mossberg
Right on the
safety's
tang, yeah.
I
right on
love
top
the
10.
safety up there.
I do too. It's very comfortable.
Yeah.
And you can,
it is
it's
if you're used to it,
ambidextrous.
and as long as you don't have a pistol grip, it's
Right.
It's good.
Because if
If
you
you
have,
have
a
a
pistol
pistol
grip,
grip-
you can't use it.
No, and that's
Yeah.
my shotgun. One of my shotguns has a pistol grip, and it's a Mossberg.
Is it a
500.
Mossberg? Yeah, it's useless then.
and it's
pretty much.
That's
so
the biggest complaint I have about
I
that.
took that thing off, and I took the stock, the regular stock that it had, and I just cut it so it's really short. And oh my gosh, it's comfortable, very comfortable. Because you shoot it, it's a 20 gauge, and it kind of rolls back instead of a push straight back.
Right.
It just kind of rolls in your hand a little bit, but it's easy to control. It's got the safety right there on the top, and I got a laser sight for it. Real cheap laser sight. So all I do is turn it on, and the top.
Have you ever held it out like in those videos and shot it and had it come back and hit yourself in the head?
It's a 20 gauge.
No, there's
it don't. Yeah.
Mossberg just released. Well, it's been out for a little bit, but the Shockwave.
Yes.
Oh yeah, we were talking about,
and it's illegal. I mean, it is legal.
Yeah.
It's because they go off their overall length of the gun, and it's considered an other. It's not a
pistol,
not a long gun, not a pistol.
They're pretty
it's
cool
an other.
looking.
But I saw a video where somebody, actually tried to shoulder that thing like as if it had a buttstock, right? It doesn't have a buttstock. And so they have a little strap on them. Well, they didn't have their hand in the strap.
It slipped right off
It
under
slipped
their
right
shoulder.
out of their hand, and when they fired it, and it went whap, right in their face.
Was it? It was probably a 12.
12 gauge, yeah. They're actually coming out with a 410 now, which is I think it's kind of cool. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, if you're gonna have a shotgun, get a substantial gauge for
Yeah.
it. Right.
Well, yeah.
I don't know. I like the 20. 20 is great.
I use a 10.
Yeah.
With a 5-foot
Go
barrel.
big or go home, right?
That's right.
Exactly.
We just pour some freaking nails in there and pull the
Right,
trigger.
and some salt and some.
I use a bug assault gun for my home defense.
Right, I've heard about those things.
Yeah.
This year you're going to need it too. Those flies are going to be
they're gonna
horrific.
be bad. We got them there too at the store. So
Do you?
Assault
Yeah.
guns.
How
Yeah,
much are they?
oh, they're like $50. They're ridiculous, but they're cool. I mean,
Serious?
yeah, you have to get within like 3 feet for it to really be effective.
You
but they were cool.
know, we need one in here that we can use while we're doing the podcast because
Just to
I
punish
could
me for
leave.
cussing?
I think we should go to Dick's and get a blow gun. And then we can try and pin them to the wall.
get blown at dicks.
Just and then it sticks to them, and then they're on the wall forever.
There you go.
Yeah, they're trophies.
Probably the only way I could hit him with the freaking bug assault gun. So,
Grunk.
anything else we need to cover, guys?
Oh, that was good discussion. Yeah.
I think we need to give out Phillip's personal podcast hotline.
Philip's personal hotline is 1-208-696-4397.
Say that again.
Number again. 1-208-696-4397.
And you can also reach me by email, patriotdefensepodcast13@yahoo.com. patriotdefensepodcast13@yahoo.com. It's a good thing we're done. Dean's breaking the freaking equipment over
Yeah,
there.
I went limp on him.
Yeah.
So, other than that, hey, tell you what, you guys go. We haven't gotten any new. I don't know if we got any new listeners or not. Our numbers are holding steady, which is good.
Well, maybe because of the Australia thing.
Maybe
We might get Australia now.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
Concealed boomerang carry. Concealed alligator tooth carry.
Yeah.
Concealed Bosch cake mixer carry.
What's the
Didgeridoo carry.
Yeah,
Didgeridoo.
Yeah.
Didgeridoo.
Doubles as a giant
blowgun.
blowgun.
Yeah.
There you go. So, anyhow, if you listen, share this with your friends, subscribe to it. If you're subscribed to it on iTunes, rate and review.
And thank you to whoever gave us the 5-star review, because now North Korea is giving up their nukes because of that.
We like that.
Peace in the world because of that 5-star
Peace to
review.
5-star
That's
ratings.
the luck of the podcast right there.
Except for
Darn right.
Iran.
So share it with your friends.
Jack wagons.
Share it with your friends. Let's we'd like more. Always like more listeners. We value the listeners that we have, but we'd like more. And we want to light up Australia.
True.
Now that they've had their big mass shooting down there, you people
Yeah,
need
the
to
cops
listen.
Didn't even know what a gunshot wound looked like.
We will educate you.
Like crocodile.
Heaven forbid you come to us for your firearms education. So, other than that, I think we're done. I need to invest in some outro music or something. You know that? Some outro music.
Intro. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, I got the
Okay.
intro covered.
I got you. Okay, I'm like outro. What is that? A car
Outro.
or something?
No one else is outro music. They just turn it off.
No, I think.
Unless you sing it
You can
yourself.
just play it out.
Dean,
like,
do you want to
put
sing us
some-
a song, Dean?
Sing. You don't want to hear the songs I sing.
Put some,
we'll get in
like-
trouble.
Get some Aerosmith or Guns N' Roses or something. Just play us out.
I can't, man.
No, that's
That's
true.
illegal.
No, it
That's-
is, isn't
Really?
it?
Yeah, that's illegal.
No.
Oh, right. It's copyrighted?